Hi, good evening. My name is Barbara Buckley. I'm the Executive Director of Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada, and I'm the former Speaker of the Nevada State Assembly. It was in that capacity that I first met Debbie Smith a couple decades ago when she walked into the Carson City Legislative Chambers as a freshman. She, though, already knew what she wanted to accomplish, and that was to change the face of education in our state. She started volunteering for the PTA when her kids were really young and then won election to a rural school board. She then moved up the ladder, running for the Assembly, chairing the Ways and Means Committee, running for the Senate, running the Senate Finance Committee. All along the way, she championed education. She wanted increased funding. She wanted standards. She wanted accountability. She wanted all of our children to have an opportunity to the best education possible. And through her leadership, our state made so many strides. We loved Debbie Smith, a true community hero, a true champion, and I am so glad to be among a great panel tonight honoring her legacy.
It was just a pleasure to work with her and an honor to know her. She was such an advocate for children and women, particularly when it comes to education and the needs and resources that were important for women and children in the state of Nevada. She was fearless. She was just somebody that we were so fortunate to have working on our legislature on behalf of Nevada. I was so honored to work with her every day.
She was focused on bringing something home for kids, doing something better for this state's kids, and I think that's probably the quality that is the greatest and the one that she brought every single day of every single year she served. Because it wasn't about recognition, it wasn't about re-election. Debbie risked her political career several times doing what she felt was the right thing. I don't know that I've sat around a legislator with whom I was more comfortable, with whom I felt a greater personal connection to. She had a great sense of humor. She had a lot of humility. But I'll tell you, she made Nevada better just by being a model for other Nevadans. She's iconic in that way. And hopefully all the younger people that she taught and got to be around her were inspired by her.
She was the epitome of a statesman and someone who always put the best interests of her constituency first. She was an important person in my development as a legislator and as someone who really take on an issue here in Northern Nevada. Debbie's entire commitment to public service was based on public education. You know, it's where she entered the public arena and it's where she left it. And she remains one of the people who's going to be most remembered for leading in education in this state.
Senator Smith, when she was alive, was the conscience of our caucus. Well, I think Debbie believed it important to make Nevada better for the future because she loved Nevada. I don't think there are many people in our legislature who will have a longer lasting impact than Debbie Smith.
Quite frankly, I don't think that there are enough words that can describe just how amazing Debbie Smith was. Debbie Smith showed me in the 2015 legislative session what it truly means to be a public servant. She never wavered from her convictions. She always stood up for children. She always fought for education. And she always knew that what she was doing was going to be what was right for her constituents and for her state. And that's something you just don't find every single day. People genuinely love Debbie Smith because of the person who she was. To know Debbie Smith is to absolutely love Debbie Smith. And I just wish that I would have had more opportunities to serve with her. But what I do know is that we have to make sure that we are honoring her legacy every single day inside of that building. And that is going to rest on our shoulders as legislators to get it done.
And so it is our honor tonight to award Debbie Smith with the Lifetime Educational Achievement Award. We thank her family and her friends for sharing her with us. Her legacy will live on in this state and in our students forever.